I'm Louise Rowe and this is the SheerLuxe Show. Coming up today, model and florist Kasia Chinery shares her go-to everyday looks. Marathon winner Rose Harvey gives you all the tips and tricks to get your running on track. I need those. I get the scoop from top designer Lucy Barlow on what's hot in interiors, and Adeola gives us all the new makeup inspo we need for 2023. Plus, we see what happened at the SL office as they start a new working year. But first, I'm joined by Lucy, Kasia and Sarah Corbett-Winder. Ladies, welcome.
Hi.
I didn't get the glasses memo.
You didn't get the memo.
And I'm really gutted because I have got thick-rimmed tortoiseshell glasses.
Well, we did
the
speak
day
before.
Was there a WhatsApp group?
Yeah. No, there actually wasn't. We were all just thinking very alike.
I love it. So yesterday was officially the most depressing day of the year, Blue January. But it's gone. 'Tis behind us.
We're done.
Do you get affected by January and that kind of wintry vibe?
I don't really work in Jan, so
Good
it's
for you.
yeah.
You've got a lovely time.
I do lots of work in December, so it sort of affords me to not work in Jan. So I actually really love January because it's a real chill reset for me.
Do you go away or do you stay at home?
I usually do go away, but I didn't get organised this year.
Okay.
But yeah, I actually quite enjoy January.
Good tip.
Yeah.
Lucy, do you?
That's the tip.
Yeah, I think there's the first week of Jan is always quite nice because you're thinking, woohoo, new year, new me, new everything. And then the second week hits and you think, Christ, we've got a long time to go, haven't we, before there's any sort of daylight at the beginning or end of your day. So I get that. Yesterday, Monday, it was a tough one. Yeah. But actually waking up today when it's really suddenly gone so cold and the sun's out, and I love that. I love a frosty, sunny morning.
Same.
Is there anything better?
No, it's so good.
I'll take that any day.
Over the rain.
Five,
Yeah,
over that
definitely.
grey. I think lack of light, well, it's proven, isn't it?
Yeah,
scientifically?
sad.
Yeah, sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sarah, do you get sad?
So I have to admit I'm very stubborn. So I don't let January get the better of me. I keep in control. I become very aware of it. And I think also thinking about you. So I book a holiday and I start a new exercise. And I think just basically control it. Don't let that January get you. It's not
kind of like that. So is it a new exercise? What is it?
Yeah, a new exercise. So I've started doing a new Pilates class, with a new, with Melissa Wood, who I'm obsessed with. She's amazing.
Is that online?
Online.
Okay.
And just starting a new sort of routine and a new thing for you.
But I think you've also got to be quite careful not to overcommit. Because a
100%,
lot of people
yes.
go
And
in
then
hard
you're
with
going
some big
hard,
pronouncements.
Yeah.
New Year's resolutions, mine was not to have any.
Yes, I agree.
Last year. Oh. Because I think you do. You're
It's too
like,
much
well, I'm going to do this
pressure,
and this and this, and all the gyms are packed for the first 2 weeks in January, and then they slowly drizzle off, and then you feel even worse.
Yeah.
Because you didn't.
And you set yourself up for disaster, don't you? Because it's not. You're never going to stick to that routine religiously. So I think, I think you're right, Sarah. I think you do have to give yourself a bit of a break.
Be realistic.
Be realistic.
Yeah, be realistic.
Make realistic goals. I hate the word resolution. It's like we've always got to be the self-improvement, you know?
Yeah, no,
in
exactly.
January, it's like,
I know.
Why Jan? You know, it, like you said, it's depressing enough as it is.
One thing I do not do is dry Jan, because I think if you're going to go off the booze, what worse time to do it?
Really, I'm doing it.
Are you?
Yeah. And do you know what? The first week was really easy. And then this week I've been like, I really fancy a glass of rosé.
Well, I've read that 75% of people have already fallen off their time by this point in the month. 75% of
it's hard.
I think embrace January as well. I think this January we've been really cozy. I think it is what it is, and just
I love this. You're guru.
Yeah, do it.
Also, can I share one thing that Lucy you told me last time we met, and I've really took this to heart, and I told my husband, you and your husband go on a dog walk before work every morning for almost an hour in the park, rain or shine.
This is a huge part of our day for us because we work together, which is a big commitment. Most of the time it's lovely, but it can be tough. And our office, which is, again, a real privilege, but our office is 3 minutes from where we live. So if we leave the house, we say goodbye to the babies, go to work, 3 minutes later we're in the office, there is absolutely no point of our day that we have any kind of time for ourselves. So every morning, whether rain or shine, we go to Holland Park, which again is where we live, which is a very nice place to have to be able to go. We go there, it's an hour door to door, and it's just it's a tonic. It's how,
it's very good.
It's how we sort of cope with the kind of decision we've made, just, to spend that much time together. together.
Not setting up your day, aren't you?
Yes, and it's this space that allows us to either talk about what we're going to do in the office, what we need to do, and sometimes it can be a stressful talk if work is particularly difficult, and sometimes we have to say to each other, we leave the door and we say, you know what, as much as there is going on in the office, let's not talk about work.
Yes.
Let's this walk, it's just about us. But then inevitably there's sometimes you have to talk about work.
Yeah, of course.
But it's just it's the best part of our day. And now I get really stressed if I don't do it.
Yeah.
Wow, it's sort of like a meditation.
Yeah,
It's total meditation. I used to be obsessed with going to the gym, and I thought that you had to go to the gym to feel good, like up here, which you do. Going to the gym is brilliant, but in this current stage that I'm sort of eye of the storm with 2 under 2 and a business and everything, there just simply isn't time to go to the gym. And actually a walk
clears the
all we
cobwebs.
need.
Yeah.
I've
Even being
realised
around
it's all you
trees, I think there are
need.
probably
the
things going on that
nature.
you don't even realise your body's going, good.
Yeah.
And that costs nothing.
Costs nothing.
Yeah,
Love it.
absolutely.
Yeah, and walk quickly. That would be my one bit of advice. Really
Get those steps in.
Those steps in
Yeah.
and get that heart rate pumping.
Yeah.
You're not the first couple that I know that does that, so I need to.
Yeah,
implement
I
that.
might
I need to
steal
borrow
that.
a dog. Thank you, guys.
Louise, what do you do in January
Well,
to stop?
What do I do?
Come on, it's gonna
Drink
be a
a
good
little
one.
bit of red wine.
Very good, like
I,
that,
do- I
yes.
normally exercise more than I'm doing at the moment. This has been like a not great one
I feel
in
like it's
real
been a
life.
slower one
for
this
actually
January.
doing
Do
it.
you?
Yeah, I think because of the way that the bank holiday fell.
Yes.
I think that's set us up quite a funny January.
Just, yeah.
I think also everyone I know, for whatever reason, felt really burnt out at the end of last
Yeah.
They
year.
went for it in
I don't
December.
know what 2022 did in particular.
What I know is because we were catching up and we were
Yes.
like, oh my God, we can go to parties, we can go out.
It's the first year where we can do
There
everything.
were so many events on, more than ever.
Yeah.
And I think we were
And
like,
people weren't
"Holy
used to it,
shit, we haven't done
maybe."
this for a while.
I think everything was last minute as well, wasn't it? Like everyone sort of went for it last minute.
They really went for it, didn't
Yeah.
they?
Do you think? Yeah.
Moving on. If you need to find the love for your winter wardrobe, because this is true, it feels as if you've been wearing the same outfits on repeat, take a look at 5 easy everyday looks that the gorgeous Kasia goes back to again and again.
Hi, I'm Kasia and I'm one half of Gloria's Studio. We are a florist based over in North London, specialising in events and weddings. And I'm going to be taking you through some of my everyday looks of what I wear to the studio, client meetings, and for going out after work. So for a client meeting, I want to look a bit different to what I would normally wear in the studio. Just want to look a bit smarter. I would go for this Arket green shirt. Usually I will go for darker colours. I can't really wear like whites or beiges, so this is a good alternative. So I would pair it with these trousers. They're from H&M. They're great because they're inexpensive, which is good for what I wear in the studio. And I've had them tailored because nothing fits me because I'm so short. To elevate the look, I would add a necklace. This one's from Monica Veneda. And then I would wear my chunky black loafers from Zara. It's nice just to wear something else that's not a trainer, because sometimes I find I can work all the week in trainers. So for a meeting, I quite like to switch it up and wear a loafer. So for my next look, this would be typical for what I would wear in the studio for when I'm preparing flowers. So with this in mind, it has to be comfortable, it has to be practical. I've got this fluffy Arket jumper in black, which again, you need dark clothing for when you're in the studio. These trousers are great. They're from Align, who are a London-based brand that use planet-friendly materials. I love them because they're comfortable and they're practical, but I still feel quite stylish and put together in them. And I would style it with my Crocs because they're really comfortable. And again, if I'm here all day, it's just a practical shoe, but I still feel like they're a little bit cooler as well. For my next look, this would be what I would wear on site. So a lot of the time I'll be on site at events or weddings, so I want to look fairly presentable to clients and brides, but I still want to be really practical. So this jumper's great, it's from And Other Stories, it's pretty inexpensive and it's great for hiding stains. I can get quite dirty in this. These jeans are also from And Other Stories, they're sleek cut. On me, they hang a bit lower, which I quite like. They're a little bit baggier. I don't want anything to be too restricting because I'm moving around a lot. With this look, as I'm going to be out and about, I'm going to start to add layers. So I would add this lightweight coat from Warehouse. So this coat's great. It's not going to be too bulky. I'm not going to get too hot in it. And again, it's not crazy expensive. So if I get a stain on it, it's going to be fine. I can just easily get it dry cleaned. And shoe wise for this look, I'm going to go for, of course, trainers because I'm going to be on my feet all day. So New Balance they're perfect for this look. In terms of accessories for this outfit, I would go with a necktie. It's just a really easy way to jazz up an outfit, and you know, it's just another element to keep me a bit warm in the morning. And I would go for my basket bag. I absolutely love basket bags. In this job, you need so much stuff. So if I'm gonna be on site all day, I need lunch, I need scissors, I need my laptop. So basket bags are really great for that. And this one is from Lalo. You can literally get your whole life in this bag. So next up, we've got my market look. So quite often I have to go to the flower market, which is based in Vauxhall in London. And the earlier you go, the better stock you get. So you have to get up super, super early. So it's absolutely freezing at that time. So you really need to think about your outfit, because by the time it gets to like 10, 11, it's warmed up a bit. So again, it's all about layers. This set is from Everlane. I've actually had this set for a few years now, and it's such good quality. I really, really love the brown Everlane. Just everything is just really good quality fabrics and a really good cut. Again, for me, where I'm a little bit shorter, miraculously, this fits me quite well. So you've got a navy corduroy jacket and then just matching navy corduroy trousers. It's just a really easy throw-on outfit, and it instantly looks really cool. So my coat for this look would be this jacket. This is by Lucy. This is a brand that I've worked with for years. She's a really good friend. It's the comfiest coat you can ever wear, super, super warm. So really great for the early mornings. And I would also go for a hat, just because you're getting up so early in the morning. Sometimes you don't even want to think about your hair, so you just shove a hat on and you're ready to go. This one is from the sportswear brand Adeola. It's a really good fit, and yeah, I really like their stuff. So for this look, I would go for my Adidas Gazelles. I want to be really comfortable at the market because I'm going to be on my feet all day. This colorway, my boyfriend bought me these, and he reminds me probably every week how rare they are, apparently. For my last look, I've gone for this double denim extravaganza, and this would be a look that I would wear into the studio with the intention of going out for drinks or dinner with friends after. So I'm wearing these chunky platform boots, which are really, really comfortable, that are from my friend's brand, Lucy. And I'm wearing these jeans from Rouge, the French brand. I've had these jeans for a few years now, and they're such good quality, really good fit. And I'm wearing this Levi's denim shirt, Arket black woven belt, and this bag from RSVP, which is a Parisian leather brand. It's a really beautiful bucket bag. I don't want to wear anything too big because I'm going out after work. But I probably do need to fit a few things inside it. And finally, if I have some leftover flowers in the studio, I would wrap them up and give them to my friend. These are all my looks. Thanks so much for watching. Hopefully you can take some inspiration for some practical yet stylish outfits.
These guys are still talking about dog walks. Kasia, thank you. Love the striped trousers.
Yes, they're great. They're from Align, which is a London-based brand, and it's all planet-friendly materials. Super easy to wear, actually, and they're just like my really comfy throw-on, but they still look really cool.
Love it.
Yeah.
Well, it ticks all the boxes.
Yeah.
Talking about getting dressed, do you plan your outfits? I have got one friend who will literally do the 5 working days hung
Love
up.
that.
I do a little bit though. I have got one section of my wardrobe where I'll put things that I know I want to wear soon, because otherwise you forget you have them, and it's quite inspiring to be like, oh yeah, I've got that top, because you can often forget about things.
Yes.
A bit like Clueless in the...
Yeah, just like that, babe. You haven't made a wardrobe like that for anyone.
No, but God, that's such a good idea.
Yes! Project.
Yeah, there we go. Anyone wants one?
Sarah, do you plan your... You must.
So I kind of, if I've got something like that I want to look really good at coming up the next day, I will, but it will normally just be the night before. Although I did catch my mother telling Nancy, my 3-year-old, now, darling, you must plan your outfits for the week. No, I'm not joking. Now, every night she comes up to me, she goes, Mummy, what are you going to wear tomorrow? I'm like, wow, this is great.
I'm just thinking about myself now. I can't think
sorry,
about your
just,
outfits as well.
But your mum's incredibly chic. She's got her own fashion line.
Yeah, so she does.
She's not your
love-
average granny.
She's in the biz.
Yeah.
I think planning just takes that stress away in the morning, doesn't it?
Definitely.
And you know when you've nailed that outfit, and I think that little bit of planning can really help.
And look at the weather. It's so boring
Yeah,
and practical,
I know.
but that can
I do it
completely
every
throw it off.
evening. Yeah, every night I get into bed, look at the weather and plan my outfit in my head. And I think you're right, it takes away the rush in the morning. I don't want to be
trying your whole
panicked.
wardrobe.
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Leave
not
the house
nice.
in a
I think
mess.
also living in a city, especially, if you know you're going to have to get on the tube, because
Yes.
there's nothing worse than not having enough layers, because you get on the tube, you burst into flames.
Yeah.
Then you get outside and you're freezing. So you have to, if I'm
hard.
going on the tube, I really have to make sure I've got layers.
Or too many layers. I find sometimes you wrap out, like this morning, I wrapped
Well,
up.
it's -5 this
coldest day of the
morning.
bloody year.
Yeah, but the minute you're on the tube, I bet
And
you
I
were
got on the
that's true.
tube and
But then you really
I
are
was
steaming up.
sweating.
melting.
Someone dropped a hot chocolate. I didn't want to get my gazelles in the hot chocolate. I
Right,
was
you
like, no, I'm not
couldn't
stepping
move,
on
you had
that.
so many layers on.
Yeah, London dressing stressful.
That's the title of this entire show, Gazelles in Your Hot Chocolate. Now, onto a bit of fitness. Olivia Wayne sat down with Rose Harvey. This is amazing. She's an ex-lawyer turned running enthusiast who went on to finish 10th in the London Marathon. There must be millions of people that run that. 2 years after she discovered her love for the sport. Now she's a professional athlete and the British champion. And she's here sharing all her tips and tricks you need to get started on the whole running bug or improve your status quo.
I'm here with the incredible Rose Harvey. Rose, thank you for joining me today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's just give a bit of a backstory to you because your story is phenomenal. Rose is an ex-city lawyer turned professional athlete, but this change happened during lockdown. Give us a little bit of your story because I think everyone watching is just going to be blown away by this.
But I was working this kind of crazy job in the city. I was a finance lawyer. And I did do a bit of running then, but it was mostly like to and from the office. And I actually used to kind of stop at about 6, go for a run, and then go back to the office.
You weren't training
No,
for anything?
No.
Okay.
No.
Lockdown happens. Unfortunately, you lose your job. I'm so sorry to hear that. But you decide to use that and you think, I'm going to focus in on running?
You know when you're like in such a kind of crazy day-to-day, and then you just stop. And it was really just when I stopped, I was like, you know what, I am absolutely knackered. And I was like, the next job, you know, I really want to do something that I'm really passionate about. So that's really how it started.
No better way to get headspace than just pounding the pavements.
Literally.
Okay, but you didn't just like go for runs. You got a running coach.
Yeah.
And then what happened to get you to the point where, by the way, she's now a British champion, okay, in like 2 years?
Yeah, I just started with this coach and I kind of just got good quite quickly. And I loved the structure of the training. Kind of a year later, I decided that actually I would try and get a county vest. So I wanted to run for Surrey. So that was kind of my new goal. And anyway, a year later, like, I got selected for the England team. I actually never got the Surrey vest, by the way. That never happened.
You just bypassed the county and went straight to the country. Nice. Okay, cool.
It just went from there.
Okay, so you run the London Marathon. You finished as the top 10th female.
Yes.
So number 10.
Yeah.
What was your time?
2:27:59. Squeaked under 2:28.
Just slip in there. 2:27:59.
Yeah.
That's unreal. You're the British champion and you're now signed by Puma.
Yeah.
I mean, this is just crazy. Can you give us your top 10 running tips, whether you're a novice or whether you kind of like to run but you want to improve?
So my advice would be start slow and start short. People kind of go hell for leather in week 1. Make it a goal to kind of finish and be like, actually, I could have done a little bit more.
Okay, so don't push yourself to the end, like your absolute finish point. Give yourself a little bit of space. Number 1, done. How do you improve a 5K or 10K time?
So I'd say try and incorporate a little bit of speed work into your training. Short intervals that are quicker than your target 5K pace.
What, like run for 30 seconds at full speed or a minute or what?
Yeah.
How long?
Yeah, I would start like 30 seconds. Really good workout actually is like 30 seconds fast, 30 seconds jog, but keep moving, like no
Don't
stopping.
get to stop, yeah.
Yeah, and then just try and build up that time, so then try and kind of move up to a minute.
All right, keeping motivation over winter. I mean, I feel like this is for everyone on everything, but especially going out in the wet and the dark and the cold.
It's like find a friend to go with regularly. And firstly, it's a bit safer when it's dark, but also it's just having someone there waiting for you.
And it keeps you
really
accountable.
helps.
Yeah,
it
that's
keeps
the same
you
with
accountable.
probably everything. Anything
Yeah.
you want to do, you need someone to be like checking in to keep you on track.
Yeah.
That's great
Yeah.
advice. And also, you're making a new friend, maybe.
Yeah,
Guess
it's
what?
fun.
Friends of mine did a marathon together. They're now married with kids.
I'm my fiance running actually.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you could find your soulmate out there. All right, this is a good one. Get some properly fitted trainers.
You're putting your feet through a lot when you're running. It's so important to get some really properly fitted trainers. And it can be a bit of a minefield because there are, you know, you've got like stability trainers, neutral trainers. There's a lot of like technology in trainers, and it can be a bit overwhelming.
And so do you go somewhere where they check your gait or whatever it is?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I would go to any good running shop will do it, and basically you run on a treadmill and they film you, and they just see kind of how you land and your running stride, and they can recommend the perfect pair of trainers for you.
That will help your whole run.
Yeah, invest in it.
Fuel. How do you fuel yourself, and what's the best advice you can give to someone to fuel a run?
So I would say carbs are key.
Carbs are key.
There is your excuse to eat more carbs. But yeah, fuel, I normally eat like at least an hour and a half before I run, just so you don't get any stomach issues. Or if I'm going out in the morning, sometimes I need to go out really early. Like a carb drink is also a good way to just get in a bit of sugar and kind of keep you going.
So carbs.
Yeah.
People do, I'm a big protein fan, but are you suggesting afterwards you also need carbs?
Yeah, you actually more need like carbs to recover for muscle recovery. You do need a bit of protein is good too.
Yeah.
But it's more like replenishing the carbs will help your recovery.
Now, if you're training for a marathon, what is a good rule of thumb to increase your speed and distance?
Similar to the first step, do it gradually. A lot of people, you know, especially if it's your first marathon, like injury is a big risk. And it happens to so many people, you know, they get injured, they have to pull out. But I think just increasing really gradually. So a good rule of thumb is like work out what you're running in a week at the moment and aim to increase that by like 3-4 miles every 3 weeks. And that will just build you up slowly.
Now, if you're running regularly, your body is taking a beating. Any tips to help with that?
Yeah, I would say get a good sports massage. And it will just like flush out all your muscles, keep you loose and
How often do
prevent
you do
injuries.
that? Obviously, you're professional.
So I actually get them once a week.
Yes.
But that's when I'm training for a lot.
Yeah, okay. So at least if you can every couple of weeks, if you can.
Yeah.
I guess the more you do, the better it is.
Yeah, or like foam roller or massage gun is good for kind of in between.
Great.
If you can't get to a sports massage.
Nothing better than lying watching a TV show like,
Yeah.
yeah, love it. Strength work, this one I like. Why is that important for mobility and your training generally?
Yeah, it's really important just to kind of keep all your running core muscles strong. Really good for injury prevention. And it doesn't need to be that complicated. You know, you don't need to spend like hours in the gym or lift really heavy weights. Just like little and often is best. So I focus on like core and glutes and hips. Those are my big three.
Yes.
And that just keeps everything like moving well and activated.
And finally, do you think good running kit's important, or can you wear your old grubby t-shirt and some baggy, like rubbish leggings?
Yeah.
That's a loaded question. Right?
I definitely think invest in some good
Yeah.
kit. Like
Also, it makes you feel good.
Yeah. And it stops like skin irritation
Yeah.
and chafing. Like if you wear like a cotton hoodie, like that is not great for your skin. So yeah, invest in like some good sweat wicking material.
It's
and it makes you get
amazing.
out because it's a good bit of motivation.
Honestly, you're like a Puma ambassador. 2 years ago, you're like at your desk doing legal deals in the financial world for musicians. Like, wow. Rose, thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Honestly, an amazing chat. So inspiring. If you want to learn anything more, we will link all Rose's details in the show notes below. But yeah, some really great tips there. So I hope you will enjoy and take them on board.
Wow, what an inspiration. Thank you, Rose. Okay, have you guys ever run a marathon or a half?
Absolutely not.
No, I'm not a runner.
You'd say
Can't
yes.
stand running.
Okay.
Can't
You've got it in
stand
for running, haven't
Hate
you?
it.
I used to be
Walking, sure.
Walking, great fast. I used to be a national runner when I was younger, actually.
No, you didn't.
Wow.
I've known you for so long and I never knew that.
What
800 metres
Ooh.
and cross country.
That's the toughest, actually.
They say that, don't they? Those in the know.
Yeah,
Because you've got to
it's
run
long but
fast.
short.
Yes. You have
For
to
quite a
sprint.
long time.
Basically, yeah. Very 2 laps.
Did you go on tour?
Yeah, I went, running around the country. It's great. Yeah.
Good for you. So no aspiring
I
marathon.
would love to be a runner, but I always pack it in. I start with really good intentions and then I just think I could be doing something else.
And I'll go and do something else.
Yeah. Yeah, I haven't got the stamina for it, I don't think.
You need good music if you're going to get through anything, right?
Yeah.
Well, no, back in my day, back then we weren't really, not really, but that's a good idea.
Walkman.
Yeah, Walkman.
Yeah, you can have your AirPods.
Right. In a minute, we're going to delve a little deeper into interiors with Lucy. I can't wait. And we are also talking about new interiors follows. Who have you discovered recently? It could be a brand, another interior designer. Any picks?
I am loving, it's called East London Cloth.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
I love them.
Yeah.
So they do these really cool cafe curtains. And we just ordered some for the house. I just really like them. They've got a really lovely studio in Bethnal Green, and it looks like a little farmhouse in the middle of East London.
Gorgeous. Lots of ruffles.
Yes.
And-
Yeah.
Very nice.
Right up your street.
I did get her to make me a little gingham ruffled topper, which sounds so random. It's for a kid's bookshelf, a hanging bookshelf.
To go on the top?
Yes. And I said, I don't know what there's even a name for this, but I've sort of drew it.
You've made it.
She made it. She
Yeah.
made it.
Yeah. No, it looks like a little, it reminds me of like a little French cafe, I love that look.
Lovely.
Yeah.
There's, I think, what I find myself going back to all the time at the moment is Australia's having a real boom in interior designers.
Interesting.
Learn something every
if
day.
you're interested. And they've got some fantastic design studios, and the style is very different to ours, which is what I like. Which is why I like to look at their feeds, because it's sort of that it's suitable for Australia. Lots of the stuff you could do over here, but you kind of need it's like LA. The design is suited to good weather, but it's such a treat to look at. And there's one particular studio called Handel's Man and Core, quite a mouthful, but their feed is absolutely stunning, really, really amazing on a sort of global level. And then also, because I love following. Sometimes it's really nice to follow actual venue, like specific hotels or venues or whatever,
really
because they can often have a really good feed. And there's this amazing hotel in South Africa called Stereopka Farm. Absolutely incredible. It's this boutique hotel, and the interiors are just astonishing. And it's a real treat.
Brilliant, thanks.
Yeah.
I'll look
Gonna
at
give it a follow.
Well, obviously Barlow and Charland are up there with my favourites.
Oh, thanks, Jess.
You're so welcome. I also have to say I've got a real addiction to bobbin, and I found, but it annoys me not annoys me, but it is so expensive.
Yes.
I've just discovered.
Can you explain what bobbin is, just in case anyone's
so
watching?
bobbin is the round. There's the round bobbin, the sort of round circle bits. How would you describe it?
Onward.
Onward.
Yes,
Onward.
yeah.
So it's a bit of a feature. Comes in beds, frames, mirrors. Kind of you can bobbin anything up. But it is very expensive because it's a craft. But I've just discovered on Glassette, I need to pronounce this properly, Bellotto Home Studio, and it's bobbin, but it's really affordable. And it's really lovely colours, and it's just it's quite a chunky bobbin, which is really nice, but I'm quite proud of that.
I love this. This is a really good scoop. Mine might be the nerdiest feed ever mentioned on the show. There's a guy called Toby Worthington, and he
Love his name.
He will go into the historical detail and context. He'll post photos of maybe a stately home or a beautiful room now, but then he'll somehow find the exact same view of the room 100 years ago or 60 years ago, and he'll say this house used to be inhabited by Madame de Whatsit, and she had an affair in that, and it's amazing. So I love.
so good.
I mean, I just got very excited.
That is a good one.
that is
He's
really
really, yeah, he's brilliant. He takes the time. You can tell he's researched his captions, and it's taken a lot of time. And I think he just does it for a hobby, which is even nicer.
Yeah,
It's
so
not,
nice.
So there you go. Next up, Lucy and I are going to be chatting all about her interiors, hot list from wallpaper to paint colour to how to make a room look more expensive. What she doesn't know isn't worth knowing, quite frankly.
This was a Scooby. Do you remember those?
I know
Scoobies,
I
was so
oh my god, I got so obsessed.
No.
And then you could sort of like level up in the intricacy of
Yeah, level up. Yeah, because basically they were pieces of plastic and there was like a method for weaving them together to make
No,
these.
they were after my
You can tell that
time.
Instagram and Netflix hadn't been invented yet.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I know, but I miss those days of doing. I might get some Scooby. It's why people are knitting.
Yeah.
Welcome back. I'm now joined by my friend, Lucy Barlow, Creative Director at the super successful architectural design studio Barlow & Barlow Design, who I can vouch has the most incredible creative eye, and we were quite scared about which way to put this table. She brings so much joy to her interiors, and I'm so excited to get going. So, welcome.
Thank
Well,
you.
we've already had a bit of a chat. What is hot right now in the world of interior design?
So that is the question you always get asked, and it's a really, really hard question to answer because I think that as a general principle, trends when it comes to interiors should kind of be avoided. I think that it's very easy in this day and age with so much information coming at you so thick and fast with the internet and Instagram and everything to be sucked into this vortex of algorithm where we all do the same things and we all go and buy the same thing for our house and then suddenly everyone's houses look identikit.
Hot colour. I know we're not talking trends, but come on.
I've always loved, and I know you love it too, brown. Chocolate brown, warm, yummy browns. And it's quite a hard sell to people who don't get brown. But I mean, 5 years ago, I could not get brown past 90% of my clients. They would go, ew, but I love it and done well. I think it's so stunning.
I think it's so elegant.
And
I
it's
think
so
it goes
elegant.
beautifully with blues and pinks.
Yeah, and I think it now is having a bit of a moment, which is lovely.
Yeah. How do you use it though?
So I mean, the first time I used brown with kind of gusto was about 5 or 6 years ago. We did an apartment in Notting Hill, and we lacquered high gloss, got a specialist painter in to do Japanning in a chocolate brown hallway, and it was so beautiful, and the light reflected off it and with the art, and it was just so elegant. If you have the guts, I love a chocolate brown lacquer room.
Tips for a guest bathroom.
It's so funny now, we've got to the stage where lots of my friends have left London, live all over the country, all over the world. And so when you go and stay with someone, there's a bit of one-upmanship, isn't there? Who's got the nicest guest room? And especially with friends who live outside of London, they come to London, they ring around, has anyone got a room? Can I stay? I've got a meeting, whatever. And you're like, well, pick me because my guest suite is amazing. So I kind of adhere to, if you have a bit of fun with your guest bathroom, because no one's living in it day to day. And I think it's quite a good opportunity to do something a bit sort of playful and also a bit almost like hotel-like, give them a real sense of luxury.
I love that. Have you got a tip for the primary bedroom?
Yes, I think the main thing, certainly for me anyway, is storage. And what I mean by that is there is nothing more stressful than having a bedroom that just has stuff everywhere. Like, I think you need, when you're decorating a bedroom, you want to know how you use that room. When you come to bed at night, where do you sit to take off your shoes? Where do you then put them? Where do you take your clothes off? So that when you go to bed, your room is pretty clear, because there's nothing nicer than waking up in the morning in a tidy bedroom. So I think storage solutions, to be honest, the storage solutions are the answer to a lot of people's problems, especially in city living when storage space is at a premium.
I guess that works for a kitchen, bathroom and a
Everything.
study. Yes. How do you make a space feel more expensive than it really is?
I am a curtain lover. To me, the minute you hang some beautifully made curtains, the whole room just suddenly looks so luxurious. And also, they're brilliant for installation. I have to be honest, they are expensive, and that's, sometimes prohibitively so. But a well-made pair of curtains, you can take, they're not specific to a house, you can take them with you and have them remodeled. So the sort of upfront investment actually can last you.
I did that.
Yeah,
and actually, I think there's a bit of a myth that you can't elongate curtains, you can only shorten them, but I did buy extra fabric.
There you go.
And you'd never know, so I made them longer.
And there's ways around it, and so whilst it seems kind of like a scary price, you can take them with you.
Yeah. Hot wallpaper brand.
Yes, wallpaper. Wallpaper's again one of those trend things where you can get really sort of sucked in, can't you? And you suddenly see the same wallpapers popping up everywhere and in everyone's downstairs loo. So you've got to be a bit careful with wallpaper, I think. There's a brand that we love to use called Ixel. Have you heard of Ixel?
No.
IKSEL. What they do, which I love about wallpapers, you know what I mean by a scenic wallpaper?
Yes.
I.e. it doesn't have, you don't buy it on a normal 10-metre roll and it's just a big repeated pattern. A scenic wallpaper is a wallpaper that's done in panels, which then become the scene,
almost
the
like a
picture.
mural.
So it looks like a mural. And it's how wallpaper historically was made. If you think of de Gournay and the hand-painted wallpapers, they were all scenic papers. And so, and Excel is much cheaper than de Gournay, but I will preface it with it's not cheap. But it gives you the ability to do scenic papers in your room, which I just love, and it looks so luxurious and it's a great way for doing wallpaper.
Is that the clincher for getting the guests to your house?
Exactly.
I've got scenic wallpaper, you do not.
Yeah, no repeats in here, my friend.
All right, 3 accessories to decorate a rental.
I think you can go a long way with a really great bar cart.
Yeah. Because if you've got a rental, you can't necessarily do the wallpaper.
Exactly.
Right? So how do you?
So you're not, because we love building bars, joinery, making a little bar.
Yes.
But if you're in a rental, you're not going to blow your money on a big expensive built-in bar. So bar cart, and you can get amazing vintage ones. And I would always propose, if you can, doing a bit of research and trying to find a vintage one rather than a high street version to look vintage.
I got an old one really cheaply at an antiques fair.
Yeah.
And the casters were disgusting. They looked like a sort of hospital wheelie bed. And so I changed the casters and the whole thing looked different.
There you go.
You don't even have to get a bar cart. You could sort of use something.
Yes, and you can find like a really cute 3-tiered antique table or whatever it is. But I think as soon as you have a little cart in your corner with your nice bottles and a decanter, it suddenly looks really...
Yes, agreed. There's
really
something
luxe.
quite nice about walking in, especially on a Friday, seeing all those bottles waiting for you.
Yes.
When you finish, they just look at you. Which one looks at you the most? Campari?
Do love a Campari.
Sorry, carry on.
And then I would say art, always art. And art costs, you can spend a huge amount of money on art and you can spend nothing on art. There is everything in between. And I just think art makes a home, and it's a really fun thing to start collecting. And if you find your kind of niche, the thing that you particularly love and respond to, it's a really fun thing to collect. And you sort of, over time, you find things here and there, and you start a little collection, and you take it with you everywhere.
And you change frames or take frames off.
Exactly, framing is such a good way to kind of update things and suit, make paintings fit a room and all that sort of stuff.
Okay. Any more for the rental?
We've done curtains, haven't we? Because like I said, you can take curtains with you everywhere.
Lighting?
Lighting, there we go. So something that can really elevate a room, both from an aesthetic point of view and how you use the room is table lights and floor lamps. And there's nothing nicer, I think, than buying a beautiful floor lamp to sort of go at the side of your sofa or over your sofa. And I particularly love floor lamps that have the little tables. So you can get them in a range of styles, but they're really useful because A, they offer you task lighting wherever you're sitting, but B, if you're using it as a little reading table, you've got your cup of tea on your table, lamp here.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Love it. Last question. I know you said no trends, but you have done some incredibly creative things with shells of late.
Yes.
Can we just quickly touch on...
Shells? I love shells. I always have done. Lots of people do, and they've definitely had a moment. And the thing about shells, what's really interesting is the whole kind of shell thing is really grounded in history, because the Georgians were doing shell grottos, hundreds of years ago. You had a beautiful house, and in your garden you'd make some beautiful little grotto and have a shell artist come and shell it. And there's lots of examples all around the country.
Beaverbrook,
one. Oh, really? There you go. So imagine Margate, of all places, has one, which is amazing. It's just the fun. I just find them so beautiful and fun and gorgeous. And I think things from nature, you can never beat the beauty of something from nature.
Totally agree. I love that. Thank you. That was amazing. Now, Adeola is here to talk us through the makeup trends that have been spotted for 2023 and the exact products you need to nail the look.
Hi everyone, my name is Adeola and I'm a beauty contributor for SheerLuxe, and today I'm going to be talking to you about the beauty trends that you need to know about for 2023. I love nothing more than trolling through Instagram and social media to find out what's hot in the beauty department and the kind of products that you need to really achieve these incredible looks. So stay with me as I go through my favourite products to help you achieve glowing skin, beautiful blush, as well as a glam grunge look and more. So the first trend that I've seen everywhere on the runway to Instagram to social media is the bare skin aesthetic. Now this is all about creating really beautiful no makeup looks with your skin. And you're going to be seeing a lot of brands bring out foundations, particularly complexion products, to really give you that beautiful, youthful complexion and look. Something that I'm all about. And the first brand and product that I'm really loving is the new foundation called the Surreal Skin Foundation from Makeup by Mario. You can see from the images that I pulled together, everyone's skin just looks so sort of like radiant. You've got this gorgeous glow, and the products are really fantastic to help you achieve that. And it's really all about skincare and makeup combining together to give you these really beautiful hybrid formulas that make your skin just look lit from within. I'm also loving the new foundation from Lancome as well. This is the Tontadol Ultra Wear, Care and Glow foundation, and this one actually has 82% of hydrating ingredients in the formulation to really help you get that beautiful, juicy, radiant looking skin. So definitely check those products out if you're looking to achieve this look. The next trend that I want to talk about is something that I absolutely love as well. It's all about that glow and really looking at formulas to really help highlight the features that you want to bring out most. Charlotte Tilbury's recently launched a really beautiful highlighter, and I love these. They come in a multitude of different shades for different skin tones, and you can really use them to define the areas that you want to bring forward. And I also love the Skin Dew by V. This is also a fantastic product that you can actually mix in with either your concealer or your foundation to give you that really beautiful out of this world glow. Next is the Bountiful blush trend. Now, if you look at the image that I linked by the beautiful model and actress Yara Shahidi, you can really see this look come to life. It's all about, you know, not being too reserved when it comes to blush. I love blush. I think it's one of the things that can instantly perk up your complexion. And again, you can really choose the formulas that work for you. I really love these cream blushes from Westman Atelier. These are amazing because again, you can apply them with your fingers or with a brush. Another product that I really love to help achieve this look is this one by Juvia's Place. This is actually a duo blush, which again, you can customize to create the look and the intensity that you want to go for. And then finally is the glam grunge look. Now this is a look that really is kind of paying homage to the 90s aesthetic. It's really taking a more sort of classic and more modern approach to that 90s grunge look. And there are some amazing products that you can use to create this. Now don't worry, we're not asking you to put black all over your eyes, but really kind of creating the look to suit your needs. So again, you can use a really beautiful palette like this one from Vive. This is actually called the 90s palette, which has all of the kind of colors that you would need, those really cool tone hues to really create that beautiful grungy look. But what I love is that you've got a real sort of range of light to medium shades as well as some sparkles. So again, you can really wear it your way. If you're someone that, you know, gets a little bit off put by sort of those cool tone colors, you can still create this look with a shadow stick. This is a shadow stick from Espresso from Bobbi Brown. And again, you can kind of wear it your way as well. One of the models that I really love and the actresses that I really love that does this look so well is Jenna Ortega. And she just has a really beautiful look to her, but it looks very classic and modern and achievable as well. And then I also love the Max Stack mascara from MAC, because this is great for you to build up the sort of lash intensity. I think if you're going to go for a look like this, you really want to frame your eyes with a really beautiful mascara that's very intense and very black. And don't forget eyeliner. Eyeliner is one of my favorite things, but be sure to use a formula that is long wearing, that stays put. And this Hourglass pencil is wonderful. It's waterproof and it's also self-sharpening, so all you need to do is twist up the bottom to obviously get the product that you need as well. Thank you so much for watching. All the products that I've spoken about will be linked below. Have fun enjoying and creating these looks, and I look forward to seeing you guys soon. Bye.
Thanks so much, Adeola. I'm all about a glow in January. I actually had a good clear out of my makeup drawer this weekend. So satisfying.
So
satisfying, isn't it? And I'm very excited about buying some new bits and bobs. Okay, Kasia, have you got any hero products, anything you can't live without, maybe since your modelling days?
Yes, I have one amazing product which I will not leave the house without. So it's brow soap, and it's by this amazing company called West Barn. and it's a little brow soap, but the trick is it's the setting spray that you can buy with it. So if you're just using brow soap, it's not going to stay all day. The soap needs to be wet to activate it. So, and I use this, I use a toothbrush, because the toothbrush is hard bristle and it's a thick brush. And that's how you get like the really good range on it.
Yeah, let's look at these brows.
Look in, where do you need to look? In there.
So
right?
good.
This is outrageous.
And it stays, I'm telling you now,
They're
it
amazing.
stays for the whole day. And when I'm modelling, a lot of the time, no shade to makeup artists, I don't like having my eyebrows done by anyone else. So I always take it with me on shoots, and I'm always like, can I just do my own? Is that all right? Because you can never do it as good as your own.
As well?
I tint them, yeah. They are dark. I mean,
Love them.
my natural hair is really dark, so they are dark, but I do tint them as well.
And you
They are
don't
great.
get residue, because a lot of brow products.
Yeah, it's all bitty.
Yes, I really like Brow Freeze by Anastasia.
Oh, okay.
Oh, do you not know?
Oh,
Really?
No.
It's a little pot, and you just use a spoolie,
Oh,
and then you.
What's a spoolie?
spoolie's the little, you know, like a little mascara
mascara
thing.
brush.
Yeah.
New
But
word.
honestly, try toothbrush. Try toothbrush,
Just
because
a normal toothbrush.
not an electric one.
But maybe also one that you don't clean your teeth with.
Yeah. You just want to get a spare toothbrush, and you can really get that range. And you don't get any residue. It's just a really, really good product.
And they'll be like that this afternoon.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I really have to cleanse my eyebrows to get it out.
Do you look like a different person when you go to bed? Are they like down here?
No. They do stay, but they're not as like boom. Yeah,
They really lift the face though. I mean,
they
it's
do.
the first thing I noticed.
They
And I love
do.
it.
They
God,
do.
Stay here all day and talk about eyebrows. Now, let's have a look at what the SL team got up to on their first day back in the office.
Hi! Happy New Year!
Let's get started.
How are you? Happy New Year, how are you?
I've seen you. We saw each other last week.
We did.
It feels very fresh in here today.
Christmas tree almost down.
Christmas tree is nearly gone. Coming back in a week after Christmas holidays officially ended, because the floor, it's really boring, the floors had to be replaced. There was some wiring going on. So over the weekend, everything was rewired, everything was put back in place, and everybody's got new desks, so that was very exciting.
Charlotte, can I ask you what you're wearing for your first day back in the office?
I basically have this massive dilemma where I want to look really professional, but my commute involves quite a lot of walking and changing, and I just can't hack the footwear situation.
That's
so
fair.
my new resolution, my fashion resolution, is that I'm gonna just smarten up trainers every day. It's the only sane way that I can do it, I think. So to that end, I'm wearing a Goldie. They're actually they're faux leather, tracky type trousers, Skims, black tee, and a very old All Saints blazer.
Do you guys have a lot of meetings today?
Meeting every single. You will soon learn that you won't see me for more than 3 seconds.
Morning! Happy first day back.
Yeah.
How are you?
It's so good.
Yeah.
Feeling fresh and ready to go.
Yeah, should we go find your desk?
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh.
Laura, what are you wearing on your first day in the office?
Some A Goldie jeans, a bash blazer, me and M knit, and my lovely Ray snuddy, cosy. It's actually really cold outside. So, yeah.
Got these new trainers, really comfy Birkenstock socks, my trusty Levi's.
A jumper. I feel fancy, nice to be back.
It's going to be a good year.
So I'll confirm her and then I'll let you know on the day. So it should be next week. So my Gmail keeps also correcting lovely to lonely. So when I say it, I hope you've had a lovely weekend. You had a lonely. You had a lonely.
Laura, what happened?
Why would you do that? I went into Space NK last weekend. I was trying to be really discreet. I was like, can you just keep everyone outside? I just want to quickly pop in. And we're like, no, we want to come in too. Anyway, Ed decided to paint eyebrows on both my children.
Oh my god, stop.
And then could not get it off. Literally. I didn't want to bring in my children to the shop. I don't want to bring in my husband.
I am really enjoying that about Ed.
That is him in a nutshell.
I love that.
Hi Rebecca. It's 2023. What are you excited for the year?
Oh, I'm excited for all
new beauty launches. I'm particularly excited because there's a brand coming over from the US called Merit Beauty, and that's going to be quite a big thing here. There is a real move towards kind of high-end luxe brands doing natural deodorants and more kind of kind to your skin body care, which I'm really excited about as well.
There's always something, like every month there's something new. At the moment there's like the wolf cut and like the cold girl makeup look. There's so many things, so it's just fun. It's kind of like what Becky said, it's just playful and nothing's too serious.
I would love to get out more and go a bit more out of our comfort zone in that sort of area. Maybe even go into a different city for a shoot. That would be nice, right?
Having a new look for SheerLuxe, so tiny bit tweaks. Also working on redesigning the editions. So the first one we're doing is gold edition.
Big question, is the spring fair coming back this year?
It is.
And are you already working on it?
We are starting.
Any good brands so far? Can you tell us? Nope, all under wraps.
Yep.
Nice and secret. Nice to see you too.
No, I'm excited to grow the SL community. I think that's the number one for this year.
Elaine, have you got a fashion resolution?
Yeah, I mean, mine was to shop more pre-loved.
My resolution is one in, one out. So if I buy something new, I want to then sell something or give it to charity. So I don't want too much stuff. I want quite a concise wardrobe.
I have a bit of a running joke with everyone that I don't wear colour.
I don't think it's a running joke. It's just you.
It's just fact, isn't it? I don't wear colour.
It's a fact.
So I am doing a conscious effort to just like a little bit of colour here and there in my outfits, starting with a bit of red. And I see like Kendall Jenner, Hailey Bieber, they always wear colour here and there, and I love them. So if they can do it, I can't like.
Yeah.
So my fashion resolution was to buy better like basics, because I sometimes find it's those pieces that really make up your look.
You filming a TikTok?
Yeah, come.
Hi, could I just come and ask you a few questions? Go for it. Something you did this weekend.
You just want to know?
Yeah, for a TikTok.
Oh, I see. I thought you were
She's not interested. It's all for video.
Okay, ready, Charlotte? We'll go with you
No,
first.
hang on, I haven't got anything. One second. Let me look at my photos this weekend.
Oh, here we go.
I'm ready.
You listen to me.
This weekend I went to Sadler's Wells to see Sleeping Beauty by Matthew Bourne, the ballet, and it was amazing.
This weekend I caught up on the Claridge's documentary on BBC. I'm in it, by the way.
Are you?
I didn't know I was in it. What fun! Oh, I'm intrigued. I literally was in there. We started watching. I was like, oh my, there I am.
What's your first day lunch?
I've got super greens, deliciously Ella's new soup. It's actually quite nice.
Yeah.
So I have a cheese sandwich, and I have my cherries and the OG.
Don't judge, but it's spag bowl without the spag.
And peas.
I've got some big news in the office today. Ali, I'll let you say the news.
Found a boyfriend. I've got some whole wheat rice noodles stir fry. So I made a miso glazed aubergine.
Oh my god!
Rice and some salad.
Chicken salad again from Pratt.
Oh, me and Alexa have been waiting for this for like 2 months. They got rid of it over the Christmas sandwich period. And now it's back.
We have congee. It has the substance of rice, but then it gives the warmth and comfort of soup.
Hi everyone. This is an editorial meeting, and we're talking about how the editorial team are contributing to content for the show, so the show planning content.
Doing a one ingredient 3 ways with 3 different chefs. Doing a segment where we kind of use the community and then pick maybe like 3 or 4 questions and then do a bit like a show and tell. So.
And then also probably could do some BTS area guides, like I'll feature like a guide to Stoke Newton, for example.
Amazing. All right. Thanks everyone. That's so much for support. I think really everyone needs to go away and make this happen now, I'm afraid.
Hello. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. How was your break?
It was long.
Yeah.
The giveaway that my children are still not back at school is I'm drinking McDonald's Sprite Zero. I might have had a cheeseburger.
What have you worn on your first day into the office?
This Asino. I was going to say pyjama suit. It's not really a pyjama suit. But anyway, it's from Asino. I've lived in it over Christmas. I'm wearing pairs socks, obviously, and the vest and trainers, and my old favourite Stories cardigan. Do you know what I got for Christmas? One of those mermaid crumpers.
It looks really good.
Okay, can maybe wrong. I mean, we've had so much fun with it over Christmas. 20 quid! The Molly May one is 100 quid. This one was 20. It's quite good, isn't it?
So Georgie, it's a new year. What are you excited for this year for SheerLuxe and Luxe and Go?
There's so much going on. The community's going really well. There's loads of new initiatives. I'm not going to tell you any of them, but I will say I feel like we have a very clear idea of where we're going in 2023, and it's exciting. There's lots to do. How mega is that? So we had 4 couples. That's the Galentine's campaign. I mean, look at this one, they put their dog in it. That's Adam and his fiancée Harriet. It was really cool. It's for the diamond store, it's coming soon. I've never seen a jewellery campaign shot on a photo booth before, so I'm really excited for that. Luxe & Co has got lots of great stuff, new clients in the pipeline. Oh, do you know what I'm wearing? Do you know, I've lived in this, my sorry necklace. It's cool, isn't it? Just around. There's some Aurelia stuff here. It's nice, isn't it? Quite cool, right? There you go. New candle brand called Mixed MY. Oh my god, that's cool, it's square. Oh, it smells amazing. That's really nice. Oh, this is really cool. This is a new beauty brand. Have you heard about this? What's in here? Bronzing Balm. Oh! Oh, I love all the packaging. That's a really cool colour for a blush. Oh! I think that's going to be huge. I think that's going to be it. I've actually got a meeting now.
That's a great start to the new year. What did you have? Did you get sausage and egg? I love a sausage and egg.
No, I had a hamburger and a cheeseburger.
Oh, you have.
Okay,
right. Do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to respond. I'm going to show them the scope of work for the branding that we put forward and just say, look, this is where we started. We'd really still love to help you on this. Car Pietro, we have a meeting on the 16th to take me through our first phase 1. Yeah, so basically it's just getting these 3 campaigns out. Brand guidelines will be next for that. So we're going to be quite busy.
Me?
Hey. What's going on? Yeah.
I just wanted to come around and ask what you're working on right now.
I'm currently building something on the website, sale bags. Yeah, I didn't know there was so much different clutch bag styles. Honestly, it's crazy, but it's good because I've got a lot of women in my family. You know what? It did make present giving this year pretty easy as well.
I'm doing a parenting piece on the best places in Europe to book for teenagers. I am just finishing the weekend guide for this week. There is a new non-alcoholic pop-up bar on Brick Lane. Oh, this new film I'm really excited about, called Empire of Light.
We've been shopping for an edit we've got coming out on Wall Blazers.
Any highlights? What are your faves?
I am loving this one by Anything, and I love this image.
I'm working on heroes and thumbnails for tomorrow's content. So I just look at the story and pick out the best products to go at the top and do the same to the thumb as well.
Luxe & Co. What are you working on right now?
I am working on some guidelines, brand guidelines for TM Linen. So, for example, here, this is the typography page. So we're kind of guiding them on how they should show, using it, like their types and fonts and stuff.
I am booking some male models for a casting that we've got on Thursday for one of our shoots. He's in the mix. He goes quite a silver fox.
Okay, he's
nice. Yeah, I know. I know. There you go.
This is what you really do over here.
That's literally what I've been doing.
Hi. Hello. Just thought I'd come and check on you. How's your first day in the office going?
Sorry, Freddie, you've been trying to put me down, and it's been one of those days. Yeah, everything's kicking off and it's really exciting.
And what are you most excited about? Give me a highlight.
I'm really excited about SL for this year. I have just spent an hour and a half with a consultant who we're working with, talking about basically everything for SL for the next 6 months. We've got some really exciting guest editors coming in, and we talked about some shoots, which is really exciting. We talked about our social strategy, so that's been really thorough. I'm excited for UltraLuxe. We'll be running that end of April, so that's really exciting. And I'm excited to work on some really fun campaigns with commercial partners. We did so many amazing things last year, from Barclays to British Airways to Saint-Germain. You know, we had so many exciting campaigns to kind of get our teeth into. And we've got some really fun ones in the works for the next few months. So there's some wedding events and show specials and shoots and hopefully travel. So yeah, excited to see what our partners bring and find new ways to make all that content really engaging and exciting.
Perfect. Well, I'll let you get back to your meeting.
Thanks so much.
And I'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Cheerio.
So that's it for today. McDonald's and Georgie, didn't see that one coming. Lucy, Sarah, Kasia, thank you so much. This was a real joy. I think we could have giggled for a few more hours. Charlotte's back with fashion and Rachel Ingram, wellness with Bryony Deary, beauty with Rafika, and a really powerful interview. In the meantime, we would love it if you could comment below, give us a thumbs up, and do subscribe if you haven't yet. Have a wonderful day.